Good morning, darlings. You're listening to Tatiana, and I hope you're having a great day. It is 9:03 on a Saturday morning, May 30th. I'm listening to tunes like Trap Soul Mix with Usher, Party Next Door, and Saza. I'm just doing good. Drinking some hot chocolate. I have what looks to be Pop-Tarts, but they're really thin. They're crisp, so I decided today drawing, but I'm not gonna lie and say I'm some professional when I'm not. I draw like a kid. I'm just gonna be straight up. I do. It would not, how do I say? It would not pass for traditional art. I mean, after all these years, I still believe that I'm still even trying to find my style, if I even have one. But even then, with the rise of art, with the coming of years, the media is very saturated with like colorful art pieces that will make you go, wow, you know, let me try that. And then you do, and then you realize, why don't my stuff look like their stuff? And then you might push it away. You might say, oh, I'm not gonna draw anymore because I'm really bad at it. Practice does make perfect, but sometimes it's really about you being okay with your own style. And if you're not, it's about you learning to add on to it. And I have kind of a little essay for y'all to hear. So sit back, relax, watch if you want to, listen, put it on while you're doing something else, or sleep to it. It's you who's watching it, so it's you who gets to do what you want while it's playing. Modern mandala. Why drawing a humongous fungus is the ultimate remedy for artist anxiety. In the art world, there is a quiet, often exhausting pressure to conform. Whether it is the rigid and anatomical precision of classic realism or the sleek, hyper-polished standards of modern digital illustration, creators are constantly bombarded with invisible rulebooks. For the artist with an unconventional style, this pressure can turn the creative process into a minefield of self-doubt. When your lines are a little too jagged, your proportions are intentionally warped, or your colors don't mimic real life, the inner critic loves to whisper that you're doing it wrong. Enter the humongous fungus. The same thing I'm drawing. Drawing a massive, spiraling, large, den-life mushroom is not just a whimsical sketching exercise. It is a profound act of artistic liberation. Because of the unique rule-breaking nature of the fungal kingdom. Rendering a giant mushroom offers a safe haven, where unconventional styles aren't just tolerated. They are the most accurate way to capture the subject. For any artist struggling to feel okay with their unique voice, the humongous fungus is the ultimate canvas for self-acceptance. Nature's unlimited, ultimate rule breaker. To understand why drawing a massive mushroom is so liberating, one must first look at the biology of the organism itself. Fungi do not play by the rules of the animal or plant kingdom. They are mysterious, subterranean networks that grow to absolutely monstrous proportions, such as the famous Armillaria, correct me if I'm wrong, Astoria in Oregon, which spans over 3 square miles. Because fungi are inherently strange, alien, and diverse, they completely dismantle the traditional concept of mistakes in drawing. If you are drawing a human face, a millimeter of misalignment can ruin the likeness. If you are drawing a horse, incorrect skeletal structures stands out immediately. But how do you draw a humongous fungus incorrectly? Proportion. If your mushroom cap is wildly asymmetrical, lumpy, or drooping to one side, it looks like a natural specimen weathering the elements. Texture. If your line work is chaotic, shaky, or heavily textured, it perfectly mimics the gritty organic reality of bark and fungal spores. And scale. A mushroom that towers over trees or swallows a landscape doesn't look like a perspective error. It looks like a brilliant dive into fantasy or surrealism. When the subject matter itself rejects rigid symmetry and perfection, the artist is finally allowed to breathe. The pressure to conform vanishes, because the humongous fungus demands room to stretch, twist, and deform. A safe haven for unconventional styles. For artists whose natural style leans toward the abstract, the surreal, the hyper-textured, or the cartoonish, the giant mushroom acts as a perfect vehicle. Traditional subjects demand strict rules, rigid symmetry, and predictable structure, versus you just drawing the humongous fungus. It thrives on distortion, chaotic textures, and endless variety. If your style relies on heavy, scratching ink lines, the gills beneath the mushroom cap welcome that nervous energy with open arms. If your style uses neon, clashing color palettes that defy reality, the bioluminescent, I know how to say this word, bioluminescent and toxic properties of wild fungi give you a perfect excuse to paint the cap in electric purples, hot pinks, and radioactive greens. When an unconventional artist draws a mushroom, they don't have to force their round peg style into a square hole. The mushroom bends to them. It validates their natural instincts, proving that an art style doesn't need to be conventional to be captivating, atmospheric, or visually striking. It's a therapeutic act of letting go. There is a distinct psychological shift that happens when you commit to drawing something humongous. It forces you to think big, move your entire arm, and abandon the microscopic hyperfixations that breed perfectionism. As you fill the page with massive stalk, an overhanging cap, a sprawling root system of whatever, you are participating in a form of grounding. The mushroom is a symbol of the earth, turning into new life and a quiet, persistent growth. By channeling an unconventional style into this grand organic form, the process becomes meditative. In conclusion, trust the spore. Ultimately, drawing a humongous fungus is a reminder that art at its core is meant to be an extension of the self, not a carbon copy of standard or what's saturated in our media today. No AI, you don't even really have to color it. I didn't color it. I might color it though. The next time the weight of comparison makes you feel inadequate or your style feels too weird for mainstream, pick up your tool of choice and create a giant mushroom. Let it be lopsided. Let it be rough, strange, and brightly colored. Let it take up the entire page, unapologetically. In doing so, you will find that your style doesn't need to be conventional to be completely, undeniably okay. After all, the most fascinating things in this world are often the ones that grow a little differently in the shade.